Welcome back. Today we're discussing something that might change how you think about leg strength and circulation after 60, a specific muscle in your lower leg that plays a surprisingly important role in daily function. If you've noticed your legs feeling heavier by afternoon, or experienced swelling around your ankles, or felt less stable when standing, this information might be particularly relevant for you. We'll explore 3 progressive exercises that target a muscle called the soleus. This muscle sits deep in your calf and serves a unique function in your body. While it's not literally a second heart, it does play an important role in returning blood from your legs back toward your heart, working against gravity. The exercises we'll cover today can be done at home without equipment, progress from seated to standing to more challenging variations, and take only a few minutes once or twice daily. Before we begin, please remember this is educational content. If you have circulation problems, recent injuries, or balance concerns, consult your healthcare provider before trying new exercises. Let's start with understanding why this particular muscle matters. The soleus muscle is located in your lower leg, beneath the larger gastrocnemius muscle that creates the visible shape of your calf. What makes the soleus unique is its composition. It's made primarily of slow-twitch muscle fibers, which means it's built for endurance and sustained activity rather than quick, powerful movements. When the soleus contracts, it compresses the deep veins in your lower leg. This compression helps push blood upward, back toward your heart. This is sometimes called the muscle pump mechanism, and it's particularly important when you're sitting or standing still, as gravity naturally pulls blood downward and can cause pooling in your lower extremities. After 60, several changes can affect this system. Muscle mass naturally decreases if not maintained. Activity levels often decline. Circulation may become less efficient. These factors can contribute to the sensations of heavy legs, swelling, or reduced stability that many older adults experience. The good news is that targeted exercises can help maintain or improve soleus function. The 3 movements we'll cover today specifically activate this muscle in progressive ways. Let's begin with the first exercise. This one can be done seated, making it accessible regardless of your current fitness level. Find a sturdy chair and sit with your feet flat on the floor. Your knees should be at approximately a 90-degree angle. Place your hands on your knees or on the armrests for stability. Keep the balls of your feet pressed to the floor throughout the movement. Now, slowly lift both heels off the floor as high as comfortable. You should feel the muscles in the back of your lower legs engage. This contraction is your calf muscles, including the soleus, working to lift your heels. Pause at the top position for 1 to 2 seconds. Feel the engagement in your lower legs. Then, slowly lower your heels back to the floor with control. Don't just let them drop. The lowering phase is as important as the lifting phase. That's 1 repetition. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions, and you can repeat this set once or twice throughout your day. This seated version is the foundation. It activates the soleus muscle with minimal balance demands. You're teaching the muscle to contract and relax in a controlled way. You're also initiating that pumping action we discussed, helping to move blood from your lower legs back toward your heart. As you perform this movement regularly, many people report a reduction in that heavy feeling in their legs, particularly later in the day. Some notice less ankle swelling. Others simply feel more connected to their lower legs, more aware of these muscles. This awareness itself is valuable. When you're more conscious of your lower leg muscles, you tend to use them more effectively in daily activities like walking or standing. A few important safety notes for this exercise. If you have a history of blood clots in your legs, consult your doctor before beginning. If you experience sharp or sudden pain in your calf, stop and seek medical advice. If you have severe varicose veins that cause pain, discuss this exercise with your healthcare provider first. For most people, however, this is a gentle, low-risk movement that can be incorporated easily into daily routine. Some people do it while watching television. Others include it in their morning or evening routine. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Once you're comfortable with the seated version and have been practicing it for at least a week or two, you may be ready to progress to the standing variation. The standing version adds the element of weight bearing, which increases the workload on the muscles and also challenges your balance system in a beneficial way. Stand facing a sturdy surface like a kitchen counter or the back of a heavy chair. Place your hands lightly on the surface. You're using it for balance support, not to lean heavily on. Your feet should be hip-width apart, toes pointing forward. From this position, slowly lift both heels off the ground as high as you comfortably can. Your body weight shifts forward onto the balls of your feet. Feel your calf muscles engage to support your full body weight. Pause at the top. You should feel a strong contraction in your calves, deeper than you might have felt in the seated version. This is because you're now working against your full body weight plus gravity. Then, slowly lower your heels back to the floor with complete control. Lower them as if you're placing something delicate on a shelf, smooth and controlled. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. You can perform this set once or twice daily. The standing version works both the soleus and the larger gastrocnemius muscle. More importantly, it trains your balance system. Every time you rise onto your toes and lower back down, your ankles, knees, and hips must make small adjustments to keep you stable. This proprioceptive training, the awareness of your body's position in space, is crucial for maintaining good balance as we age. The better your proprioception, the more automatically your body can adjust to uneven surfaces, sudden weight shifts, or unexpected balance challenges. Many people notice after several weeks of consistent practice that they feel more stable when standing, more confident when walking on uneven ground, and generally more grounded in their movement. Safety considerations for the standing version: if you experience dizziness when standing, use extra caution and ensure you have solid support. If you've recently had foot or ankle surgery, wait until you're cleared by your surgeon before progressing to this exercise. If your balance is significantly impaired, continue with the seated version and work with a physical therapist before attempting standing exercises. The third exercise is the most challenging and specifically targets the soleus muscle through a technique called knee flexion. This variation is done standing on one leg with the knee slightly bent. The bent knee position changes which muscles are most active. When your knee is straight, the gastrocnemius, the larger outer calf muscle, does most of the work. But when you bend your knee, the gastrocnemius can't contract as effectively, which shifts the work to the deeper soleus muscle. Here's how to perform it. Stand behind a chair or counter and hold on lightly for balance. Shift your weight onto your right leg. Lift your left foot just an inch or two off the floor behind you. Now here's the important part: slightly bend your right knee. Not a deep bend, just a soft, comfortable bend of about 10 to 15 degrees. From this position, slowly lift your right heel as high as you can while maintaining that slight knee bend. You should feel the activation deeper in your lower leg, closer to your ankle, than in the previous versions. Pause at the top, then slowly lower your heel back to the floor with control. Repeat 8 to 12 times on your right leg, then switch sides and repeat with your left leg. This single leg, bent knee variation provides the most specific soleus training. It also significantly challenges your balance, as you're standing on one leg throughout the movement. The soleus muscle is particularly important for single leg stability. Every time you walk, you're essentially balancing on one leg as the other swings forward. Strong, responsive soleus muscles help stabilize your ankle and prevent wobbling during these single leg phases of walking. This exercise directly trains that stability. With consistent practice, many people notice improvements in their walking confidence, particularly on uneven surfaces or when carrying items. Important safety notes: this is an advanced variation. Only progress to it when you're comfortable with the standing two-leg version. If you have significant balance impairment, skip this exercise and continue building strength with the first two versions. If you've recently had ankle or Achilles tendon surgery, consult your surgeon before attempting single-leg exercises. If you experience sharp pain, stop immediately and consult a healthcare provider. So those are your 3 progressive exercises: seated heel raises to begin activating the muscle, standing heel raises to add bodyweight challenge and balance training, and bent knee single leg raises for specific soleus targeting and advanced balance work. Let's talk about how to incorporate these into your routine. If you're just starting, begin with the seated version only. Practice it once or twice daily for 1 to 2 weeks. Focus on smooth, controlled movements and developing awareness of your calf muscles contracting. After 1 to 2 weeks, if you feel comfortable and stable, add the standing version. You might do seated raises in the morning and standing raises in the evening, or alternate days between them. Once you've been consistently practicing both seated and standing versions for several weeks and feel confident in your balance, you can begin experimenting with the single leg bent knee variation. Start with just a few repetitions per leg and gradually build up. The key to seeing benefits is consistency, not intensity. Regular, daily practice of even just the seated version will likely produce more noticeable results than sporadic, intense sessions. Many people notice the first changes within 2 to 3 weeks: reduced heaviness in legs by end of day, less ankle swelling, improved awareness of lower leg muscles. After 4 to 6 weeks, balance improvements often become noticeable: more confidence when standing or walking, better stability on uneven surfaces, stronger sense of connection between feet and ground. After 8 to 12 weeks of consistent practice, functional improvements typically appear: easier time rising from chairs, more endurance when standing, reduced fatigue during walking, greater overall confidence in movement. These timelines vary by individual. Your starting point, consistency, overall activity level, and other health factors all influence how quickly you notice changes. It's also important to understand that these exercises complement other healthy aging practices. They don't replace cardiovascular activity like walking. They don't replace strength training for other body parts. They don't replace flexibility work or balance-specific exercises. Think of them as one valuable component of a comprehensive approach to maintaining function and independence as you age. Before we close, let's address a few common questions. Can I do these exercises if I have arthritis in my ankles or knees? Generally yes, as these movements are low impact and controlled. However, work within your comfortable range of motion and stop if you experience pain. Consult your doctor if you're unsure. What if I can't lift my heels very high? That's perfectly fine. Start where you are. Even small movements provide benefits. Range of motion often improves with consistent, gentle practice. Should I feel sore after these exercises? Mild muscle soreness the next day, especially when you're first starting, is normal. Sharp pain, joint pain, or pain that persists is not normal and warrants medical consultation. Can I do these exercises every day? Yes, the soleus muscle recovers quickly due to its slow-twitch fiber composition. Daily practice is fine and often beneficial. How long should I continue these exercises? Ideally, movements like these become part of your ongoing routine. Muscle function requires consistent use to maintain. Think of these as a long-term practice rather than a short-term program. To summarize, the soleus muscle in your lower leg plays an important role in circulation, balance, and lower leg function. 3 progressive exercises can help maintain or improve soleus function: seated heel raises as a foundation, standing heel raises to add challenge, bent knee single leg raises for advanced training. Consistent practice, even just a few minutes daily, can lead to noticeable improvements in how your legs feel and function. These exercises complement other healthy aging practices and can be easily incorporated into daily routine. Remember, improving function after 60 isn't about dramatic transformations or intense programs. It's about small, consistent actions that support your body's natural capabilities. If you found this information helpful, consider leaving a comment below. Share which exercise you're planning to start with, or if you've tried similar movements, let us know your experience. Thank you for watching. Take care of those legs. They carry you through life, and they're worth investing a few minutes in each day.